All right. We have a lot of people to thank here before we get to the awards. We certainly thank the Holman George family for providing the Oldtimers Suite and for enhancing the Thursday, May 23rd special dinner down at the Marriott Hotel, where we will salute the living drivers of the 83 500. Also Dario Franchitti, last year's winner, Ryan Hunter-Ray, last year's Eyes on IndyCar champion, and the inductees into the Hall of Fame, Joe Leonard and Sonny Meyer. We thank Jugs Catering, the Eckert family, for the superb and delicious food once again, and for also the food for the ladies' luncheon. The Cisco Food Services for their wonderful products and delicious coffee, and Oldtimers member Danny Murtis for the endless help maintaining the inventory of their superb products for the pleasure of all of us. We thank John Royer and Tom Alibrandi for their excellent sound service. Nice job, guys. To Bill Spurley and the Hall of Fame staff for exhibiting the 1983 winning car driven by Tom Sneva. Our thanks to Pat and Charles Johnson for purchasing and installing a brand new 40-inch flat screen TV for the Oldtimers enjoyment in the Tower Plaza room number 1. And to Oldtimers Jim Albers, Bob Condit, Bob Dorn, John Duncan, Claude Fisher, Barbara Hellier, Marty Royer, Pat Johnson, Hein Barton, Jerry Piper for the assistants managing the Tower Plaza Oldtimers Hospitality Room and the barbecue assembly. Big round of applause for these people. Were they up here, or did you take them, Ken? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I thought you left them up here. I was thinking, oh my God. Ken Keltner has put together an incredible ring for the Oldtimers, and on it is listed the very first race that you saw. You might see him over at table 10, is it? Yes, if you would like to inquire more about how to get one, they are absolutely beautiful, and there's also a little charm that you can buy, so
65.
thank you for that.
First race, minus 65.
Now we move to the awards portion of tonight's program. 2 awards are to be presented at the combined annual Indianapolis Motor Speedway Hall of Fame induction ceremony and Oldtimers dinner this Thursday evening that I talked about earlier. And the Hall of Fame inductees are Joe Leonard and Sonny Meyer. And the Louis Meyer Award will go to longtime photographer Ron McQueenie. Now for tonight's distinctive awards. Big round of applause for them. Now for tonight's distinctive awards, please come forward Judge Jeffrey Bowles, who will present tonight's Indianapolis 500 Oldtimers 500 Officials Award. The judge just got off the bench. It's kind of interesting. At the very first event this year, which was the celebration of the automobile, I was to introduce his son, who is COO of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and I called him Jeff. Nice going, Bob. Judge, it's all yours.
Last year, you remember, we talked about looking over this audience right here, and there are probably 10,000 years of dedication to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it hasn't changed a bit for all you guys. Wonderful faces and those kinds of things. I have my little grandson here. We've had some family things. Lucas Stewart is here right next to my friend from Shortridge High School, Ken Keltner, and he's going to keep me in line tonight. One of the things the officials, can I ask one thing, and if it's improper, be really quickly. How many other people here sitting in this room still do something at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in May? Would you all stand up? Huh? So, Mr. Miles, Mr. Laker, this is, all these people right here are not just wasting away and going down the floor and waiting for God's joy and that kind of stuff. You look around, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is very blessed to have tons and tons of people here, maybe old timers, but they're putting in the day because they love this hallowed ground. One of the things we have to do is the Old Timer Award for the official today, and I think the award for this official is somebody that those of us who deal every day here at the Motor Speedway with, deal day in and day out. You can trust his word, number one. Number two, he is always willing to share with you anything that his knowledge about the Speedway, and he is absolutely a person that all of us would agree is the hardest working person in the garage area. And this year's award goes to Jack Slaughter Sr. Where are you, Jack?
Must be a mistake. Must be a mistake. I think it's just on my name.
He's probably working over there in the tech thing. So we'll make sure Jack gets this. And for all of us here, it's nice for these people to know that all these people who are around here are also be here on Thursday, be here on Friday. So the day's building. The day's building after Saturday and Sunday. How do you like that practice? Sunday afternoon. Maybe we weren't qualified in the afternoon, but that held the fans. They stayed right in there. And a lot of that has to do with the way the announcers play this game right here. Right? Absolutely. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you, Jeff. The next presenter will actually present 2 awards tonight. The Clarence Cagle Indianapolis 500 plaque, and then tonight's Tom Carnegie Member Legacy Award. He is a 12-time starter in the Indianapolis 500 with 2 top 5 finishes. Johnny Parsons.
Would Al Case come forward, please? Is Al here tonight? There he is. Okay, the Clarence Cagle Award is presented to the individual for his many years of service here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And Al, I'm sure you remember Clarence as well as most of us, a lot of us do. Making his way up here. Alvin F. Case. Appreciation of many years of service at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Ready to go?
Remember the old timers.
Get yard. Remember you got another yard yet?
Say everybody, Al Case.
I'll mow it tomorrow. Hey, what? Sit yourself. Tonight with a flashlight. Yeah.
Mr. Bill Simpson, will you come forward, please? He isn't here.
The winners of the Tom Carnegie Member Legacy Award, Tim Cindric and Bill Simpson, neither one is here, but we'll make sure that they get their award. And now, Bill Marvel, would you please come forward and present tonight's Dick Miller Indianapolis 500 Oldtimers Brick Award.
Oh, that probably synonymous with the Indianapolis Motor Speedway since 1954 when they first come to the Speedway was the Bell Helmet Company. Tonight we had the co-owner of the Bell Helmet Company with us, and he was born in Chicago, but he actually was raised as a Hoosier, which we're all glad to hear, especially the Hoosiers. But Kyle Keitzman, would you come up forward, please? Kyle, we really appreciate the fact that you've been here since 1954, not yourself, but the company, of course. And I beat you by 1 year, so this is my 60th, 69, so 69 race, 60.
We're 80 years old.
And so it's a pleasure to present you with this Bell Helmet for the Speedway.
California, but we were proven in Indianapolis. And the reason that we're here is because we know that if our products are worthy of being worn here, that they're worthy of being worn today. So thank you very much for this award. You know, we continue to come to Indianapolis. We continue to bring new products here and run them under the most strenuous racing conditions anywhere that people are going in circles. So thank you very much. And I'd also like to congratulate Ed Carpenter, who happens to wear a Bell helmet. He's on the pole for this race, and so we're very proud of him as well. So thank you, and very, very appreciative of this award. Thank you so much.
The whole front row are bell helmet wearers, right? All right. All right, Jim Woodward and Ron McQueenie, please come on up. And there are some Dick Miller Indianapolis 500 Old Timers special awards to hand out.
Thank you. This award will go to Jimmy Dawson. Would Jimmy Dawson please come up here? For you folks that don't know Jimmy, stand up, Jimmy, so we can see you. Jimmy Dawson's been around here a lot of years, and he's taken more pictures and has a great library of racing pictures, not only of Indy, but of also the kids that are coming up in the sprint cars and the midgets, where the real race car drivers come from. So Jimmy, he just said, oh wow. He's too short to reach a microphone. And I like to hang around with him because I feel tall and rangy. And I've known this guy for I don't know how many years, and he's a fine person. And he takes pictures of really unique things. One day he came by, and he said, hey JB, look at these pictures I have. I said, what is it, Jimmy? He took a picture of a bird nest on the front of the museum. It was in one of the letters that said, Captain of Auto Racing with a bird. But just unique things that nobody else thinks to photograph that really document the Indianapolis 500. And this guy, his sprint car collection and midget collection is second to none. Jimmy Dawson.
I want to thank the board of our club and the membership. I want to thank the Hall and George family. The photographer is kind of a unique thing. Everybody thinks we shoot crashes. Well, we do. But we also shoot a lot of behind the scenes and so forth. And I look at it as a recorder of history. And if you can go to the Photoshop and see all the photos that I did on record, it's fabulous. This year makes my 58th race that I'll be seeing, 44 as a photographer. And I'm like the rest of you, I really love this place. Thank you.
I just talked to him. I said, I don't know how to get a hold of him. You got a business card, no email, no phone number. Why you even have one? Just had a picture. He's retired, John.
It's a fun night. Now we're going to have to raise the microphone back up because this next guy's a little bit taller. And he's another photographer that's a wonderful person, John Mahoney. This guy's really documented a lot of things in racing, and some of his books that he's done have been phenomenal. And it gives us great pride to present him this award from the 500 Old Timers. John Mahoney, ladies and gentlemen. Can you raise the microphone?
Well, it's quite a surprise, and I just feel so fortunate to stay close to the sport with the photography that I've done. And I really have to thank my wife, Martha, too, for giving me such a long leash and being gone on so many weekends. And some of you may remember years ago they had a bumper sticker that said, "We interrupt this marriage to bring you the racing season." But without her support, I couldn't have done it. And it's the other wonderful thing about it is so many great friends I made, photographer-wise, race driver-wise, and whatever. And I too have shots of Jim in sprint car. That tells you how long I've been shooting. It's been a while. So, thank you all.
This next gentleman we're going to bring up, back in 1972, he and I were both rookie photographers on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway staff, and we go back a long ways, and we've been almost around the world with the IndyCar series and all the races we've worked here, not only the Indy 500, but everything else. Jim Haynes, come on up here. Is still working on the photo staff.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the board and all of you. First time I came here, I came with my parents when I was 14 years old, and I fell in love. And this was my dream, and I'd like to thank all of you for helping me live my dream. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of our award winners. While we're on that subject, this will be my 51st Indianapolis 500. It's crazy because I came here at a really young age. I think it was -2 or something like that. Anyway, I'm proud to be an old timer, and I'm proud to have a role out here at the Speedway. I think it was a year ago tonight that I sort of broke the news that I was retiring from television. Well, guess what? I'm coming out of retirement for Thursday's Car Day show and getting substituted for we did just for a while. And the reason why I mention that is because I now have the greatest job in the world, and that is working with Dave Calabro on the public address system. It is just the best. It keeps me involved, and it keeps me wanting to come back every single day that the track is open. I'm looking forward to a very, very exciting Indy 500 this Sunday, and I hope you all are too. In closing, the Oldtimers Hospitality Room is located in the Tower Plaza, room number 1, and your Indianapolis Motor Speedway month of May credentials are through the courtesy and generosity of the Holman George family. Oh, okay. We urge each of you to personally write letters of appreciation to Mary Holman George, expressing your thanks for their thoughtfulness in providing the numerous amenities and considerations extended to our members. We urge you to do that as soon as you can, so you won't forget it, please. Now, you have a drawing, correct?
Yes, as many of you remember, last year I made a commitment with Jeff Stoops, or made a commitment with me to each year, as long as we can keep doing this, to have a drawing. As you know, we used to have a lot of gifts that we give out, but we've decided that this would be probably the nicest of what we could get. It's going to be the Indy Experience, which we started last year. Unfortunately, if you remember, Johnny Shipman, who now has passed away several months ago, was the winner of that award. He was 91 or 2 years old at the time, and it probably made a great way for him to probably leave this world, was getting to ride that race car. So we're going to give one of that way to give tonight. And if you ever see Jeff Stoops out here, as many of you know, he was a car intro here before. And so he made this arrangement for us. And whoever wins this, I will have a certificate to send to you so you can make arrangements to do this experience. And let's see, Mr. Miles, would you mind doing the honors?
As long as they don't have a ticket. We don't make money, but do you all this one?
I'll be darned, it's my number. Okay, only kidding. All right, the number is 298-178. 178. The last 3 numbers are 178. I don't know if you may not be able to see out of the thing.
Yeah. They got pillows, don't they? Put him in a booster seat.
We'll have to arrange some pillows, but we will do that. Congratulations. There's our winner.
Today's his day.
All right, congratulations to all of our award winners, and thanks for joining us here tonight. Hope you have a safe rest of the week, and Godspeed to all the drivers and everybody connected with the 97th running of the Indianapolis 500, the greatest spectacle of racing at the world's greatest race course.